welcome back to my channel and to another video. And today's video is going to be the 15 random questions tag, because it's been around a year now since I first started uploading on this channel. So I thought it would be nice for you guys to get reacquainted with me and just find out some more things about me that you may not have known already. Just because there's more of you now than there was towards the beginning of this channel. So let's start with the first question, which is, what's a nickname only your family has for you, or that they call you? I don't really have one, I don't think, to be honest. They just sort of always have called me my name. Apparently when I was younger I didn't like nicknames, so if they ever tried to shorten my name, like I know my granddad always used to call me Harry, and I used to be like, I'm not a boy, stop calling me Harry. And my parents also used to try and call me Hattie, and apparently I'd be like, no, that's not my name is Harriet, which I'm kind of annoyed by now, because I'm like, Hattie is a great name, I could have been known as that for the rest of my life, but I decided as a little vivacious little however old I was that I didn't want to have a nickname. But I know when I was really little they would call me like Pud or like Pudding, not because I was a chubby baby, but just because I guess that's sort of what you would call somebody, like a little pudding, oh my god they're so cute, that kind of thing. But other than that, my name is kind of stupid to shorten or have a cute nickname for, and the ones that they did try, I was like, no. What's a weird habit of yours? I don't really tell many people this one, to be honest. It's weird. So when I eat food, the left side of my mouth always has to be the last side of my mouth to eat food. So like when I'm eating a meal, I always have to finish up on my left side. And for instance, if I'm eating like a packet of crisps or something that's, I don't know, chocolate or something that you would separate into like sections, or like that's already separated naturally into sections, I would always have to sort of work out how many bites I have left until I end up on my left side. And if I don't end up on my left side, I like have to halve the food so that it does end up on my left side. It's so weird, I know. I don't know why I've started doing it. When I did, I don't know, I think it's always been a thing that I've done, and I don't know, I've never really thought about it until one day I mentioned it when I was eating dinner, and my mum was like, I do that too, and I've never told you about it because I didn't want you to pick up on it, but clearly I already did naturally pick up on that somehow. So yeah, that's the thing that I do when I eat. Don't know why I do it, I just do, and it feels weird if I don't. Yeah, let's move on. Number 3, do you have any weird phobias? Other than the usual, like spiders, bugs, don't like moths, don't like dragonflies, don't like butterflies, I really have a huge fear of animatronics. It's not so bad if it's like an animal or something like that, but if it's more humanistic and it looks too realistic, or like in the way that it moves, it just really freaks me out. So as you can imagine, as a huge Disney fan, as somebody that likes going to the Disney parks a lot, rides with animatronics are very difficult for me to go through, and it gets very stressful for me sometimes, because I'm like, I don't like this. I know they're not real, but they just freak me out. And a lot of the time I will have to Google ride point of views on YouTube so that I'm able to prepare myself and know what to expect. Like for instance, when Disneyland Paris updated their Pirates of the Caribbean and they added the Barbossa animatronic at the end of the ride, where he changes from being like human to the lightning strikes and he turns into like his barnacle skeleton form. He's very close to the boat, and I had to Google, or like at least YouTube, what side he was going to be on, so that I knew next time I went to Disneyland Paris what side of the boat to sit on, so that it wasn't too close to him. But then I was close to other animatronics that kind of also freak me out, so it's a long process and a long battle that I have been dealing with for the majority of the time that I've been going to the Disney parks, or just have had to be around things that are animatronics. So a lot of the time in these sort of rides, dark rides, or anything in Disney that does involve animatronics, or if they're too big, if they're huge, like for instance the King Kong animatronic I wouldn't like, and the Journey to the Center of the Earth animatronic in Tokyo Disney, haven't ridden that ride before, or the King Kong ride, but I imagine those ones I wouldn't be able to deal with because they're too big. So yeah, that's a fear of mine, don't like animatronics. What's a song that you secretly love to blast and belt out when you're alone? So I think for me, like many people who like musicals, the prime time for us to put our own one woman or one man show of a musical on is when we're home alone and there's nobody in the house and we can just sing to our heart's content. I definitely do that too. I love singing musical theatre songs when I'm at home alone, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I would have started off, I suppose, with Wicked when I first started getting into musicals, so I would sing the whole soundtrack by myself. But if I'm going to be singing just like 1 or 2 songs from that musical, I would probably sing any of Elphaba's songs, so like Defying Gravity, No Good Deed. More recently though, I guess I like to sing the songs from Six, Hearthstone, Don't Lose Your Head, All You Want to Do. I like to sing those kind of songs. I also like to sing Disney songs, so like Show Yourself, Let It Go. What else do I like to sing? Speechless from the new live action Aladdin. The songs from Mean Girls the musical, so I like to sing Regina's songs just because her song's epic and I love her as a character. So I like to sing Someone Gets Hurt and World Burn. Those are the songs I generally strain my voice singing on a regular when I'm home alone. What's your biggest pet peeve? It's probably to do with eating. I don't like hearing people chew or people that have their mouth open when they eat. I just think it's gross. Yeah, and I don't like seeing people's food when they eat or like when they talk with their mouth full. I don't like that. Please close your mouth or don't be as loud when you're eating because I don't like it. What's your nervous habit? I guess, like for instance, when I've had job interviews in the past or just something that has made me a little bit anxious about something, I'll probably ramble a lot and talk about things that I don't need to talk about, but I just word vomit at them and just ramble on and on and on. So that's one of the things I do when I am nervous. But then also when I'm nervous or just in anticipation of something, I do, if I've got dry skin on my lips, I'll just peel it off to the point where I make it bleed. I know that's gross, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't even realise I'm doing it and it's just a thing that I naturally resort to doing if I'm feeling any sort of like stress or strain or worry about something, or if I'm just like, I don't know, overthinking about something, then I'll start to do that. So that's something that I do as well as the over talking. So the next question is, what side of the bed do you sleep on? So when I'm lying in it, it's the right side of the bed, but when you're looking at it, it's the left side of the bed, if that makes sense. But a lot of the time I do end up in the middle of my bed, sort of in between the 2 pillows. What was your first stuffed animal and what was its name? I don't know about the first, but the one that I've had pretty much my whole life since I was 3. He's a yellow bear. He's called Bernard. My dad got him from a pub of all places. I don't know. The story's weird, but yeah, I've had him for my whole life. He was like my comfort bear. I would take him everywhere. He always helped me sleep because I have to have something to hold when I sleep. A lot of the time now I use like a pillow or a cushion, but he's around somewhere still in my room. He's always around. What's the drink that you always order at Starbucks? To be honest, I don't really go to Starbucks as much, really. It's always kind of intimidated me because there's so many options and like the cup sizes and how many shots you can have and all of the syrups, etc. The different milks now as well. But I did always used to order the strawberries and cream frappuccino, but I've started to like coffee a bit more now. I didn't used to. I was more of a tea drinker. I still am, but I have started to like flavoured coffees more. So if I was to go back again, I would probably have maybe a cinnamon bun or like a cinnamon dolce, whatever it's called, latte or something like that, because I do like those now. But yeah, I need to have something sweet if I'm gonna go because I don't like the taste of coffee. So what's the beauty rule that you preach but you never actually do yourself? I mean, it's got to be clean makeup brushes. I always say like, oh my god, you have to have clean makeup brushes just because it's gross, and obviously you want to make sure you have good skin, and I like to try and take care of my skin at the moment just because I did get breakouts a lot when I was younger and I don't want to have those again now as a 20-something-year-old. So I try and have a better skin routine for the morning and the evening, and the fact that I still use my dirty makeup brushes on my nice clean skin, even though I always say no, you need to have clean makeup brushes, that's definitely my beauty rule that I always break. Which way do you face in the shower? Mostly away from the shower, I guess. It depends. When I'm at home, I face away from the shower head, but then when I'm on the ship, because it's such a small space and the shower's at a weird angle, I face the shower, I guess. But like most of the time, because I don't want, if I'm like washing my hair, because that's the only time I really have a shower. When I'm at home I have baths a lot more, because I don't want to get shampoo on my eyes. I mostly face away from the shower. Do you have any weird body skills? I don't think so. I mean, I have a double jointed thumb, if that's a weird body habit or talent or whatever. That's about it really. Nothing that exciting. What's your favourite comfort food? I love a toastie, a good old ham and cheese toastie. I just think that they're very tasty and I have them a lot for lunch when I'm at home. But if it's like food, like a meal, probably pasta, because I just love pasta. What's a phrase you always say or use? I don't know if this means like an ironic phrase or like a sentimental like quote or something. I'm gonna go with the sentimental thing because I guess I go through phases of weird, like jokey, ironic things that I say, but I say go get it or like you can do this a lot. I like to try and be motivational to my friends. I don't take my own advice ever, but I'm quite good at like motivating my other friends and making sure that they are going for their things that they want to go for and like reaching for their stars and like going for their dreams and all of that kind of thing. But yeah, me and my friend have a joke where we always say like go get it girl, instead of the quote from Tangled which is go live your dream, we'd be like go get it girl. So that's one of the things that I have with her. And then another thing that I have with another friend is like you've got this. I'd say that a lot just to sort of, if they're ever having a down moment where they're doubting themselves, I say that to them a lot, like you've got this, you'll be fine, you are a strong, capable person, you can achieve anything. So I guess those are the kind of things I'd say, quite motivational, like yes, you will be able to do this kind of phrases. The last question is, time to sleep, what are you wearing? I get cold very easily, so I'm always in pajamas. In the summer I do like to wear like shorter pajamas, so like I don't know if it's like a short sleeve with shorts or like maybe it's a strappy one, but for the most part I get really cold all the time. I have like my duvet on, I have my blanket over the top of that, I have a dressing gown over the top of that sometimes, so I'm always in pajamas. Sometimes I wear fluffy socks as well because my feet always get cold. I'm just basically like cocooning myself in every single possible item of clothing I can. Yeah, that's all of the questions I have for you today in this 15 random questions tag. If you would like to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, please do that. If you want to subscribe to my channel, that would mean an awful lot to me if you did, and I will see you next time in another video. Goodbye.